What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another Rogue Company video. Today we've got some DIMA coverage to help you take your gameplay to the next level. We're going to look at his combat loadout, so his primary, his secondary, his gadgets, his perks, his abilities, all that good stuff to help you learn how to use him more effectively and to win more games. So let's get started. Before we dive into DIMA's loadout, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more helpful Rogue Company guides like this to improve your game and get more of those dubs. Alright, so here's what DIMA has for his primary weapons. So he has the KA-30 assault rifle and the Mamba Burst DMR. Both are really solid medium range options. The KA-30 base pumps out 19 body damage per shot, got a pretty average fire rate, and the reload time is 2.3 seconds. Tier 1 upgrade increases your mag size, Tier 2 increases hip fire, accuracy, Tier 3 increases damage range. Now, as for the Mamba, it comes in a little bit lower at 15 damage per shot, but it is that 3 burst. So you do get 45 body damage per burst. It has a faster fire rate than the KA-30, and the reload time is a little bit quicker at 2 seconds. Tier 1 upgrade increases your mag size, Tier 2 reduces recoil and increases accuracy, and Tier 3 increases damage range. So I'm always an advocate of trying to level these things up all the way to Tier 3 if you can, because the benefits are actually pretty significant. DIMA's secondary is the Executioner. I feel like at this point we're all familiar with it. 32 body damage, pretty quick fire rate, and a 2-second reload speed. Tier 1 upgrade increases the mag size to 16. Tier 2 increases the hip fire, accuracy, and reduces all the recoil. His melee weapon is the throwing axe. Don't buy it. Save your money for something way more useful. His 2 gadgets are the EMP grenade, and then you got a standard frag grenade. The EMP grenade can damage equipment and prevent enemy players from using their abilities or any of their gadgets for a certain period of time. The frag is the typical grenade that we've all come to know and love. So the Tier 1 upgrade for the EMP grenade increases the duration, and the Tier 2 increases the grenade count by 1. Frag grenade increases explosion radius, and Tier 2 increases the damage to 125. Pretty self-explanatory. We'll run through DIMA's perks here real quick and come back and talk about him a little bit later. So he's got Shredder Rounds, Berserker, Nimble Hands, Bounce Back, Replenish, and Life Drain. We'll come back in a second and talk about those. Now for the thing that makes DIMA so freaking overpowered. His abilities. So his passive is called Burned. It reveals an enemy player that you've downed the rest of your team for duration. It's honestly pretty underwhelming and not that useful. That's not what makes him OP, but his active ability, the Merv Launcher, is disgusting. You launch a cluster of grenades, it deals a massive amount of explosive damage to anything and anyone within the radius. Sounds pretty OP, right? Well, Hi-Rez thought it was a good idea to buff it and increase the blast radius because it was, quote, underperforming. So, yep, have fun with that one. So, it's super OP. I don't know when this patch is going to come out, maybe in the next couple days, maybe the next few weeks, but it's going to get that much better with an increased damage range. So here's how I like to build DIMA in a typical demolition game. So he is a breacher, which means that he's designed to be played more aggressively, so I'd only pick him on an attacking round. So typically for me, I'll take the KA-30. You can grab the Mamba if you want. It's really just a personal preference. I don't really like 3 bursts all that much. And the KA-30 is more forgiving if you're not quite as accurate with your shots as you'd like. So if you're new to it, I'd recommend the KA-30. Then for me, I always pick the frag grenade. It's simple, straightforward, and honestly, it just adds to DIMA's awesome grenade collection. You can pick the EMP grenade if you want, and if you know how to use it. It can be good when you have characters on the other team that have really overpowered abilities that you need to kind of shut down for a little bit. Like for instance, Scorch. Her ability's insanely OP. You will never win a one-on-one gunfight against a Scorch. But if you do have the EMP grenade, you toss one her direction, it prevents her from using her ability for a few seconds. You can run in, wipe her out, and you're golden. But it's only in those situations where the EMP is actually useful. So I always just pick the grenade because it's always useful. You can always blow people up. Now the perks are where things get juicy. So you have Life Drain and you have Replenish. So really this comes down to preference as well. I personally prefer Life Drain. I like having that instant health regen when you down an enemy, but if you prefer the instant reload, then by all means go that route. The other perks are really up to your discretion too. I'll usually take nimble hands because I like the increased weapon swap and the reload speed. And usually I'll take berserker. So having the ability to reload while sprinting. I have auto sprint on, so it is nice to be able to reload as I'm moving. So at the end of the day, it's going to be your choice. You could pick shredder rounds if you burn through ammo real fast. You could pick bounce back if you decide not to pick life drain and pick replenish instead. You just kind of got to figure it out as you're playing and, you know, just pick what you prefer. But that's how I run it. I play DIMA aggressively, so those are the perks that I would go with. I would go with berserker, nimble hands, and life drain. So that's it for the guide, guys. Let's go ahead and hop into some gameplay and have a little fun. Yeah, they got him up. Bomb site's clear.
DIMA's right here, he's on the side too.
Got him.
Alright, they went B side again. Oh, there's a demon right here. He's one shot dead. There's another one back here too. He's dead. There's only one more.
Easy games.
Thank you. Look, like somebody's flanking already, bro. 2 people flanking.
Crocs resin himself. Faint throughout your drone.
He's one shot, Dima's one shot, Dima's one shot. Dead.
Nice.
I've got an idea for our next heist.